It's just very important for men to understand the new way that women like Ashley Dalton are teaching younger women. And this is very smart. Somebody asked in the comment section earlier, how are women getting smarter? They're trying to figure out ways to keep their celibacy from you.
Crazy right now, but hey, girl,
you know you don't look crazy. Hush your mouth, girl.
You look so cute, girl.
So do you, beautiful. Welcome up.
Are we doing dating tonight?
Oh, you here for dating? Okay.
No, wait, I don't know what we here for.
Well, it's up to you. Do you have a question or are you here for dating?
I just had a question. Okay, so I'm back on the dating scene now. How do you deal, or have you ever dealt with like the love bombing stuff? How do you deal with that?
So like someone who's calling you, texting you, want to hang out with you all the time kind of energy?
Yes, I'm talking about buying gifts, first date, leaving the city, going out of state.
This woman said on the first date, she met a guy, he bought her gifts, took her out of town on the first date. Keep in mind, first date. I'm used to this type of dating, not the taking her out of town and stuff like that, but you guys have already heard me explain soft girl life for not for long. I'm going to play you a video to refresh your memory, but keep that in mind. Said first date, she met a guy who was well off, and he wined and dined her. Women use that term love bomb, which is foolery, but it is what it is. So let's continue. Here we go.
Like doing all that, and then it's just like a dry spell afterwards.
Oh, he got it already. He got it. That quick? That's it. Wait, y'all already went on the trip?
Yeah, so okay.
And hold on. Did y'all go on the trip and did y'all do
the things?
Do the things. Don't lie.
I'm not gonna lie, because he wooed me a little bit, and it just felt different. So he got me.
Booty, 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 booty. I spy with my little eye. Booty.
So she's saying that he got her. No. You saw that this man had money and you gave up the cheeks on the first date. Be honest. It's okay. You thought you hit the jackpot, which you did for about a weekend. He took you on a nice little trip, took you shopping, gave you a couple of gifts, and you dropped the draws. That's how it works. Remember we just talked about ranking men? Money was number one. So this guy had money. He used a little bit. She didn't get all of it. He used a little bit, and she dropped them damn draws. Simple. The game don't change.
He got me.
Yep. And how long did that take? How long? Be honest.
Probably, I don't want to say. I feel like it sounds so bad.
She like, now that I say it out loud,
yeah,
it was pretty quick.
Yeah, it was crazy, but I had been celibate for a while.
I know y'all's probably like, why are you sharing this video and we're talking about celibacy? There you go right there. She said, I had been celibate for a while. You know what got them legs cracked open? Money, coins, shillings, pesos, rubles, yen. Yes. So that's what I consider. And whoever was in the chat talking about fake and celibacy don't exist, there you go right there. That's all it took on the first date. But she's supposed to be celibate, right? So you expect men to believe that foolery on the dating market? Let's continue, ladies.
And like I said, he wooed me, did all the, well, I ain't gonna say he did all the things, but he got me.
Did he know you were celibate?
Yes, I told him.
Ooh, child, you told him? No. Rule number one. Oh, he was like, oh, this is a challenge. I'm going to get her.
Actually, he got me, girl. He got me.
I'm going to get her. Okay, she's going to be twisted up like a pretzel on that island when I'm done with her. Night one.
He got me. He got me.
Yeah.
He got me.
Well,
What I do? What do I do now? I don't know. I know that's probably. I mean, we still text, but it's not like
it's
how
not
it was before.
Imagine that. The guy don't text like he used to. I wonder why. I mean, after you close the deal on the first date, is there really any reason to text this young woman again? And she don't understand why. Now she wants to do back because he spent a little bit of bread on her on that first date to get the booty. And now she mad because she lost. And that's what happens. And I've explained this dynamic. I was the first person that I know of to tell you guys this about this whole soft life era. You can give a woman a soft life for about a weekend, and then you send her ass back home. And that's exactly what he did. I know somebody was like, oh man, he's a simp. But I told you guys, I explained it to you in a statistical way. How much does a live-in girlfriend cost you a month? Is it more than spending a weekend with a woman and taking her to some different city and buying her food for about a couple days? You get to, sneak in, beat that thing up, and then you send her ass right back home. And then you give her dry ass texts because she think that she lost you. And the women in the comments, they were saying, well, just use it as experience, girl. You got some gifts. You got a trip. Don't worry about it. Just get back out there and do the same thing. Yeah, ladies, continue the cycle. Continue doing that. Y'all think I'm lying? I'm gonna read what this woman said. And this was her advice. She said, just take it as a cool/fun experience. Sound like mediumman, right? He's not looking at you as anything serious, and that's okay. Nothing wrong with having fun and moving around. And you got a shopping spree out of it? Girl, stop. And you pretty. Don't get hung up on him. Yeah, that's right. Don't get hung up. You just gave out some free vagina, and now you back on the market looking for again. You might as well consider yourself a sugar baby, because that's what you're going to turn into. This is a young woman, and this woman is telling her to use men for experience, a dating experience. Yes, continue doing that, ladies, and see where that gets you. I already told y'all how I used to move on the dating market, and I'm about to remind y'all in a second. My message is a little bit different. You can be on your purpose and still get what you want on the dating market. You just need to be honest, protect yourselves. I trust black men. Most of y'all don't have children, and we do not lead in the STI, STD numbers. So I trust black men to do the right thing. Get on your purpose, get out there, date, be honest, and you'll get what you want. I don't want her to wash my clothes. I don't want her to do any dishes after I cooked her breakfast. I don't want her to make up the bed after I allow her to lay in there while I'm going ahead and cooking, lunch or breakfast for her. And most women will look at that and they'll say, this is great. This guy, he don't want me to do anything. But there's a reason why I'm doing that. It's called manipulation. I didn't want you to feel that you gave me anything, because when the relationship ends, you won't feel that you were used. So on the surface level, it looks like I'm treating you like a queen. It looks like you come over my house, you have a great time. I don't let you lift a finger. So when the relationship ends, you won't be able to say, well, I did this, this, and this for you, because you'll leave the relationship like, damn, I didn't add any value to this man's life, but not knowing that was the whole plan in the beginning, because I didn't want you to get attached. Because when women know and they see a good guy, they want to add value, because they want to make sure that you understand that they are useful to you. So they'll try and look at things around the house to make sure, hey, I could buy him wash towels or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I get him that. Or I'm going to make sure that I clean the dishes after he cooks breakfast, because she's going to think about that after the relationship ends, and she's going to use that as an excuse. Well, I did so much for you, but I found the loophole. If you treat her like a queen and you don't let her do nothing, then she'll leave the relationship once the relationship ends, because it'll eventually end. She'll leave thinking that I added nothing to this guy's life, when that was a whole plan from the jump. I didn't want you to do anything, because I didn't want you to use that as an excuse or an example as to why you felt like you were being used, because you weren't used. You were treated like a queen. You didn't do anything. You didn't lift a finger in my house. When we went out on dates, you didn't pay for shit. When you came over my house, all your snacks was already prepared. And I would even go as far as to say, I would buy her like slippers or slides. So it feels like a personal thing when she comes over. So when she comes over my house for the second or third weekend, she can put her bags down, take her shoes off, and she can get into her slides, not knowing that I'm probably sharing these slides with a couple other women, but it is what it is, right? And I hope this shit is scaring women to death. And every woman that I've dealt with, that I was dating during that time frame, they all say the same thing. Let's go ahead and read this. If you were here, he'd be gone. I need you. You say you're not settled, so I'll take what I can get until you're ready. You should have never showed me better. That was an old text conversation that I had with a girl where I told that woman that I didn't want a relationship. She didn't tell me that she was in a relationship. And when I cut it off, she got mad because she said, you should have never showed me better. But she lied and I cut her ass off. Okay? That's what I'm talking about, guys. Be honest. Y'all swear that these women all want to settle down and get married. No, everybody will not get married. And most of these women, like I told you guys, especially career women, they are not focused on your ass. So you're not that important to them. Okay? Because y'all men, and this is where y'all go wrong, y'all swear that a woman's life is revolved around you. It's not. They are focused on getting to the bag, climbing up the corporate ladder, but from time to time, they want a little bit of weenie. That's where you come in, dummy. Don't think that she wants something different. No, tell her straight up, I'm not looking for a relationship. And you let her decide. 3 out of 10 to get you in the Hall of Fame. Okay? 10 women, you hit them with that same truth. 7 of them say no. But them 3 gonna go. Okay? Use honesty to your advantage. Y'all better smarten up. When I was with you, you treated me like a queen. I didn't have to do anything. And the reason why I did that is because, like I said, for one, is to make sure you didn't feel attached and you didn't add anything to my life. And for 2, I want to be able to spin the block.
We got to stop taking a badge of honor or bragging about our exes or dudes from our past that spin the block. Just because he come back, that don't mean he want a second chance. That don't mean he regrets something. That don't mean you just all of that in a bag of chips. Most of the time, dudes just be bored. They want an ego boost or they want something convenient. You got to understand, most people, these dudes don't be want to start over, learn somebody new. They know you. They know how to woo you. They've done it before. So they going to spin that block to see if they still got that easy access. And if they do, they going to just see how far they can go. It ain't about commitment. It ain't about you being great.
And when I say spin the block, I want to be able to contact you later on down the road, maybe 1, 2, 3 years. And you will remember the time that you spent with me where you were treated like a queen. And you'd be like, you know what? I had a great time with that guy. I want to go see him again. And that's why you always leave on a good note, because you want to be able to spin the block, because your interaction with that woman was never bad. All she remembers is a good time. The only thing that she remembers is that the relationship ended for some reason that we don't understand, and we always make it very vague. And for me, it was very easy because I was in the military and I would deploy a lot. So if I wanted the relationship to end, I would just be like, yo, you know, I'm about to leave. I'm going on the TDY. And we would eventually cut ties like that if I was done with her. So when it's time to spin the block and she sees me on Instagram, she hits me up. Hey, how you been doing? She looks on my page, see that I'm living my best life. And she's like, man, that guy is still in shape. This guy is still doing well for himself. Let me reach out to him to see how he's doing. We start talking. She's like, man, I've never been to Virginia. You should let me come out. And ladies, I hope you're paying attention. These are not the Pookies and Ray Rays. These are guys that you don't have to come into their lives and try and change anything. They don't fit any stereotype in regards to this man didn't have this. I had to go pick him up from work. He had to use my car. Absolutely not. These men have their stuff put together. They have careers. They may not be rich, but they got it. They got it together. All right. And the funny thing is, I made this video for women. because I told women to make sure that you are honest about your intentions on the dating market. If you say that you're a marriage-minded woman, then you should never get involved with a guy like I was, right? Even though everything is polished, I got my shit together. You getting all these horror stories of women on social media saying that a dude stole her car, stole her rent money off the top of the refrigerator. That's what y'all listen. That's what y'all used to hearing. So you guys have a gap. You have entertainers, rappers who y'all think have the most money. And then you have the Pookies and Ray Rays that y'all entertain as well. But there's a large subset of men that the black community fails to acknowledge that are doing very well. They may not be rich in the top 1% or the top 3%. I'm talking about the guys that are between the top 5 and 20%. I'm talking about the guys who can travel once a quarter. I'm talking about the guys who can save, invest, and they can pay their rent ahead so they ain't got to worry about it for the rest of the year. I'm talking about the guys who have their cars already paid off to where y'all struggling with an $800 bill. This dude using that money to buy more Apple shares. That's the type of guys I'm talking about. The type of guys that have life insurance. The type of guys that are taking care of everything they need to take care of if something breaks in the house. They don't have to wait until the 1st or the 15th to get that money up so they can pay for something. They don't have to rob Peter to pay Paul. They have budgets, even date budgets. And that's the type of guys that women fail to see on the dating market. But they see you and they get what they want out of y'all because y'all lie when you say that you're marriage-minded when you're actually not. If you're marriage-minded, you wouldn't get involved with a guy that say, I'm not looking for a relationship. Right, ladies? So that's why I said that video should have scared you. If it don't, then you're going to continue getting used because you're going to get locked up and be like, hey, I like what this guy is bringing to me. I like how he treat me. I ain't never even had to open my purse up when we went out. Yeah, that's what we want you to do. So I can spend that damn block. When you see me still living my best life, going to another country, and then you're going to reach out. Where you at? Oh, I ain't never been to that city. Let me come out. You come out, what's going to happen?
Hey, you claiming that I ain't shit, girl. Still gave me the draws, baby girl. You still gave me the draws.
Y'all crazy asses. Key, I hold women accountable to the standard that they make. If I hear you say that you marriage minded, then why are you dealing with a guy who don't want a relationship? Think about it. Women, in this case, you have all the power. And you give it away just because you want this quote unquote soft life. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a soft life. 24 hours.
I got 24 hours. 24 hours.
And I'm gonna send your ass right back home. These dudes fly under the radar. They ain't out there trying to, you would never see these guys on Instagram fanning money. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I can't remember the last time I even had a bankroll or held a bankroll in my hand. Everything is, in the bank on cards. I can't remember the last time that I used cash to pay for something. These ain't Pookies. And y'all call these guys Dusties, and they laugh at y'all when they on their 13th trip overseas. Yeah. These dudes don't get offended when you call them Dusties. He didn't spend money on me. He must be broke. Okay, I bet you got to hit that thing. And when you ask them to pay your rent, no. Oh, you a Dusty, you broke. Still hit though. You're gonna be the bad guy regardless. No matter if this woman is up here, he got me. No, you gave yourself to him. Ain't no got me. Who control access to sex once the dating experience has already been established? So if both of y'all already, say, hey, I like you, you like me, we went on a date, who controls access to sex at that point? You know what men want. Let's not be dumb here, ladies. Don't be stupid. And I keep saying this. Steve Urkel to Stefan Urkel. They both wanted the same thing from Laura. They wanted to sneak in. If Laura would have tried to offer Steve some booty, oh no, Laura, I love you so much. No, Steve would have been ready to go. Hey, I got condoms in my car, my little buggy here. You ready to get to it or what? We all want the same thing. Just like we know y'all want the same thing. Y'all want a relationship before you have sex. Y'all want marriage before you have to give up too much. We know the game. Both of us. So play it to win. If you marriage minded, stay that way. If you're not, then continue getting used for a soft life for 24 hours because you damn sure gonna get it from one of these guys that I'm describing. And he's gonna send you back to your little job, working up the corporate ladder because you think men are intimidated by your attorney status. No, they working just as hard as you. And they probably more careful with their money because we know how women spend. You guys missed what Ashley Dalton said. She said, you told him that you were celibate? So Ashley Dalton is instructing young women to not tell men on the dating market that they're celibate. So men have to figure out a way to adapt and get that answer out of them because women won't admit that they're, going to be celibate for only particular guys. And it's not your job as men to argue with them on social media about admitting that y'all do that. We see the proof right here.
Yes, I do. I have 4 children. I have 4 children and 2 grandchildren. Well, I'll say 1 if possible.
Okay, all about the same man?
No, 2 dads.
2 dads.
Yes, I didn't want to have sex before marriage. And we've had sex 4 times in 2 years we were together. I know the time, the date, and everything. I know when I got pregnant. He got drunk, threw a fit, kept touching on me. He was at my home. I literally just gave it to him and got pregnant. But it's been 5 years. I haven't been intimate with somebody for 5 years.
You want to be celibate until marriage.
So I just started to be single.
So are you on a celibacy journey to marriage?
I am, absolutely. Okay. And that mistake I don't make anymore.
Now, this might seem invasive. Are you practicing celibacy till marriage?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want to share how long you've been celibate for?
I've been celibate, honestly. At the beginning of this year, I was at about the 14-month mark. And I do want to be transparent and say that I did end up slipping up. But subsequently, since then, I've restarted my celibacy and I'm
Girl, I didn't plan to. It just sort of happened. You just sort of slipped and fell on his dick. Yeah.
going into about 7 months at the top of the year.
And is the goal marriage or relationship?
Marriage. 100%.
Marriage.
I'll be 32 next year, so that would be the best birthday gift.
So let's get to some solutions. And we're going to start with the Grown Men Talking video. And this is what I said. Thank you to them. Shouts out to that brother GMT over there for having me or allowing me to actually come up on the platform and share my thoughts about their celibacy conversations. So y'all want solutions, ladies, right? Here you go. And men, make sure you pay attention. Next time a woman hits you with, I'm celibate, if you don't agree to that, then you tell her, hey, that's not my ministry. I respect what you're doing. And here's some advice that you should take in order to get what you want. Let's cook. I just got back from the range. So I was listening to it while we were driving back. And man, I have so much knowledge on this topic. So let me just understand. So we're talking about a woman who's already had sex, but now she's newly celibate.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. So yeah, and like I said, I had to do a little bit of research on this because I get a lot of consults from ladies that are in this, position, and also guys for that matter. And so basically what happens is it's pretty much when a woman is trying to do this, is on her to find the best match possible. But where they mess up is they try and go into the worldly secular dating market to try and get men or convince men to get on their celibacy program when they didn't agree to that, right? So it's on the woman's, it's her job to find guys who are on the same celibacy journey as she is. You can't go to the worldly dating market and trying to convince men who have not agreed. So basically what I tell my people when they come to me with this this problem is that they need to support Black businesses. And the reason why I say that is because watch this. This is not an uneducated platform. I do my research. Both men and women pay attention. If you're serious about celibacy, support Black businesses. Here we go. There's a young woman, black woman named Shakia Brooks. She created an app called the Sexless Tribe, and she did that specifically for black women who have this issue of finding men who are on the same celibacy journey as they are. So that's where they need to go. And I know there's this misconception where there's not a lot of men in the church, and I don't have to, I shouldn't be looking in the church for guys who are celibate, but that's what you're going to have to do. But the issue that these women run into is that the guys who are on the celibacy journey, they tend to want women with no kids. Did you hear that? And I've done at least 3 or 4 consults where I've talked to men who are heavily in the church and they are practicing celibacy until marriage. And you know what they tell me? All 4 of them, mind you, that they want to partner with a woman who doesn't have children. So that's the dilemma that a lot of these newfound celibate women are going to run into, because they're not looking for your ass with 3 or 4 kids running around. These are not cleanup men. These are godly men, and they're looking for women who don't have kids and potentially or possibly, hopefully, hasn't had sex before because they practice true celibacy. Here's one of them.
Breakers.
You can't be a non-Christian. Like, it's a deal breaker.
You can't be a non-Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sisters, you spoke about it a couple of times. Are you following the principles? Like, are you not having sex till you get married?
Yes. So honestly, I don't want anybody with kids. I want to be able to like create my own family. That's like something that's a deal breaker for me.
And that is damn near normal for guys who are practicing celibacy. Okay? So if women are really serious about this, then yeah, this is what you're gonna run into. I'm not what the ladies have told Shakia Brooks in regards to their feedback is like, yes, I'm able to find celibate men, but they don't want women who already have children and or already had sex. So it's not on the onus of the guys to get into the conversation and say, hey, lady, I'm going to get on your program because you're celibate. I'm not celibate. I tell men to be respectful. If she tells you, hey, I'm on my celibacy journey, hey, it was nice meeting you. That's not for me. Good day to you. I hope you find what you're looking for. But that's all it boils down to. There's no argument. Ladies, you could do whatever you want with your vagina. You don't need me to tell you that, right? So don't get mad at a guy if he says that I'm not on the celibacy journey. He's just not on the same page as you. You just need to find a guy who's willing to accept your newfound celibacy and also accept your kids. And that's very tough. They have a hard time finding those types of men. So again, it's nothing about you, being obligated after 3 dates, or if a man stays there and he's trying to wait it out, that's him being dumb. Don't wait it out if you didn't agree to that. Just go ahead and find another guy that's willing to get on the same celibacy journey or is already on the same celibacy journey as you. And then you have that hurdle to cross if he wants a woman with kids or not. So yes, it's really no argument. The solution is there. Shakia Brooks created the app, the Sexless Tribe, specifically for black women that fall into this newfound celibacy category. So yeah, I don't see it as an argument. They have the solution. So that's all I want to put in, man. I'm like, yeah, I don't see the issue.
That's dope, right? That's value right there. That's value.
Shakia, tell them how they can get in touch with you and how they can get a copy of your book as well.
Absolutely. The easiest way is to go to my website, www.shakiaseabrook.com. It will link you to my Instagram page, which is Shakia Seabrook 22. And it will also have a tab that's called The Decision. And you can go to read about my book. I'll give you a generalization of what the book is about, and you can go ahead and order it. And yeah, so connect with me. I love to dialogue. Let's keep this conversation going in schools and homes and just amongst your friends. So I thank you, Mary J, for the opportunity and allowing me to give a voice to the other option, which is sexual abstinence.
So if you're celibate, ladies, you see Shakia Brooks, that's a black woman. Support your fellow black woman and join her app and see if you can find a man on there. I put the link in the description so you guys can go ahead and join if you're a woman who wants to be celibate. And if there's any men in the chat that hear these conversations and you have a young woman, you're out on a date and you bring up this discussion, You know what I'm saying? Hey, are you practicing celibacy? And she says yes. Then you need to tell her, hey, if you're not practicing celibacy, mind you, you tell her, hey, well, I'm not practicing celibacy, but I hope you get what you're looking for. And, in fact, I was listening to this guy, Mediumman's YouTube channel, and he recommended Shakia Brooks. She's a Black woman who created the Sexless Tribe app. That's where you can find men who are looking for celibate women. So we're going to finish our food. Good day to you. It was nice meeting you, and I hope you get what you're looking for. But Ashley is telling young women not to tell you that they're celibate, right? So how do you get around that so you can get the truth? You ask her, oh, okay, well, are you celibate? She says, well, I'm just abstaining right now, just in case a new man or good man comes along, and I'll go from there. This is when, and this is why I've been harping on men using their own discernment and their own vetting process. This is where you determine if you stay or go. I can't determine that for you because of the fact that you're the one going on the date. So if a woman tells you or she's very vague, you have to determine if you're going to stay or not, depending on how she responds to you on these dates that you're going on. So let's say you're on the third date and you ask her this question: are you on a celibacy journey? And the reason why you're asking that is because you're out on the date and you're still getting ass out hugs.
Do you do like the ass out hug? Where you hug each other like this and the ass sticks out because you're trying not to get too close?
Third date and your ass still getting ass out hugs. This something is up here. She may be on the celibacy journey. So if you ask her what's going on, and then that's when you use your own vetting process or discernment, and you come to the conclusion, I'm not going to wait it out. And this is not men being horn dogs. It's the fact that they don't want to be used. And ladies, you should understand this very well. That's why you have guys saying that I'm not taking women out on dates because they may be trying to use this against me. Because we all know now that if a woman actually tells you that she's celibate, we know she's lying, but she see you as the cleanup man. So that's why we tell men to get out of there as soon as possible, because we know that the guy who is your preference, he can come around and he could just sneak in for nothing. Hence the Ashley Dalton show, where that young woman says she was practicing celibacy, but that man had some Skrilla, some coins, some shillings, right? And the legs open. We know this. So that's why these implementations are in place. And I tell men to be respectful and point her to that Black-owned business by this Black woman, the Sexless Tribe, if you're really serious about it, because that's not for me. And I know that, women get pushed. Oh, man, all you out is for sex? Yes. Yes. If that's what you want to go with, yes. That's what men are out for. But you're not going to be here to determine that. We're going to go send you off on your way so you can find a guy who matches your celibacy journey. Okay? So if that makes you feel better to say that all men want is sex, ain't no man going to take you out on no damn date if he ain't attracted to you. I have yet to find a man to take some woman that they're unattracted to and spend bread on 3 dates without one. Why would he do that? And women like to play coy and stupid about this. Y'all know why men take y'all asses out on dates. Stop. Yes, we want to get to know you, but if you was to say, hey, let's go back to your place and let's go ahead and do the damn thing. Oh, no, baby. I just want to get to know you a little bit more. Let's go on another 7 dates. So that'll be our 10th date, mind you. And then we're going to move forward and experience a little bit of coitus when you're ready. I'm not ready to do that because I just want to spend more money on you so I can get to know you over these expensive dates. And let's go play golf cart and go-karts and all this type of stuff. And then we'll settle down and see if we want to have sex. I know you want to have sex now, but we're not going to do it because I am not that kind of guy. And if you're that kind of woman, you need to go out there and get you a blah, 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 blah. Shut up. That shit don't happen. Get out of delusional land. No, that man want to get a little bit. We got the internet. We know what the hell is going on. Stop. God, dog. These conversations be so crazy to me. I'm like, man, you know, all men want is sex. I'm not taking your ass on no damn date because I want to look at you. I could look at you on FaceTime. Stop. Jesus Christ.